It's a beautiful, gorgeous, sunny spring day. Hello family, welcome back. If you're new here, welcome. I am Vicki and you're with Grammy in the kitchen. It is early, it's not dinner time. The way my backyard is set up, if I want to capture the sun to be able to use the sun oven, I have to start early in the morning. Today, I am going to be using the sun oven. So we are starting super early to get this dinner going. So I have it out here. It is raised as high as it can in the back, but it's still not optimal for direct sunlight. So we're just going to leave it right here, let it warm up. It is 150 degrees inside. Waiting for the sun to get into the right spot so we can put our dinner in there. I do need to clean the glass, and then we're going to get started on dinner. So I just have a paper towel with a little bit of window cleaner on it, and I want to clean this glass. That would just help for optimal sun exposure if we don't have dust. And we want to clean the sun shields, make sure they don't have dust on it. Again, just optimize sun exposure. All right, there we go. Temperature is rising. Now let's go in the house and prepare the dinner. So we're gonna make a potato chicken Alfredo. But we're doing the whole thing in the sun oven. I have never done this before. It's either going to be a success or a flop, but we're doing it anyway. So I have about 2.5 pounds of potatoes that are peeled, and I just got them soaking in some water right here. We don't have any more grated Parmesan cheese, so I took a wedge of cheese out of the freezer. We're going to grate that. Plus, if you saw in the last video, we did some caramelized onions and some roasted garlic. I have one of the squares of the roasted garlic and 2 squares of caramelized onions. Got a heavy cream, plus a little bit left in this one. Salt and pepper and Italian seasoning. In the sink, I have some cubed chicken breast that I had cut up a while back, stuck it in the freezer. I have that draining in the sink. Make sure we get all the liquid off of it, you know, from being in the freezer. But let's go ahead and get started on grating the cheese first, slicing the potatoes, and building our sauce. I'm not going to worry about pulling the KitchenAid attachment out. We're just going to grate this by hand. This is an 8-ounce wedge of Parmesan cheese. When it gets down this little, I just rather go ahead and cut it up with a knife. That way I'm not doing any knuckle busting. Alright, that is good. Set that aside. The onions and garlic we'll set aside. And this is the pan we're going to use in the sun oven. Let's go ahead and get our potatoes sliced. And this is about 2.5 pounds of potatoes. And I'm going to slice them about 1/4 of an inch thick. Put it right into the pot. Some of the best recipes are just putting things in a pan or in a pot or in a casserole dish. Just see what you got. I'm just curious to see if we can do this whole thing in the sun oven without dirtying any dishes in the house. And you're probably wondering, why am I using the sun oven? We have not turned our AC on yet. We actually have windows open. And I don't want to turn the oven on, heat the house up just to turn the AC on to cool it down. So I'd rather use the sun oven. All right, that is done. And I'm going to use the same bowl, just rinsed it out, to build our sauce. So that's a pint of heavy cream, plus about maybe a quarter of a cup. We're going to go ahead and add the whole 8 ounces of shredded Parmesan cheese. Get the onions and the garlic mixed together. Oh my goodness, family. Even after the freezer, this does smell so good. All right, we're going to dump that in there. All right, let's add some herbs and spices. 1/4 teaspoon of pepper. About a 1/2 teaspoon of salt. 1 whole teaspoon of Italian seasoning. I'm going to add about 1/4 cup of flour, just for a thickening agent. I'm sure cornstarch would work, but flour is what I usually make my roux with anyway, so we'll try it. If it doesn't turn out, we'll use cornstarch next time. Everything is a learning experience. All right, let's pour that right on top of the potatoes. Make sure we get all the goodness out of this bowl. Oh, that's going to be so cheesy. And this is probably about 1 pound to 1.5 pounds of diced chicken breast. Let's just put that right on the top. And the juices, as this chicken cooks, will get all in the potatoes and that sauce. Okay, the hands have been washed. Now I want to season the chicken. So we're going to put another about 1/4 teaspoon to 1/2 teaspoon of salt right on top. And about another 1/4 teaspoon of pepper. And about 1/2 teaspoon of Italian seasoning. That's all we're doing. Put a lid on, and now we're going outside. All right, so it's reading 250 degrees. The sun shadow is still not in the right spot. It's still too low. But we're going to go ahead and start anyway. It is very warm in here. Okay, there we go. Close the lid down. Give it a little turn to make sure we're getting optimum sun exposure. I'm not sure how long this will take. I will keep track of the time when we start and when we're done, and I'll let you know how long that takes. Every 15 minutes I do have to come out here and adjust the legs, turn it, because as the sun is moving across the sky, I need to get optimal sun exposure as the sun is moving, so I have to move the sun oven. But dinner is cooking. All right, so as you can tell, the condensation is building on the glass. So what it's doing is the energy from the sun is no longer cooking the food. The food is done, and it's taking that energy and making condensation. So let's go ahead and take it out. Whew, that glass is hot. All right, before I do that, I want to go ahead and take this out of my way. Turn it completely all the way down. Let's open it up. Oh, smells good in here. All right, let's take this out and take it in the house. Ow, it is hot in there. Hoo-wee. Let's close the lid. Put the guard down, the shields down, and let's take this in the house. Beautiful. All right, let's check the temperature and the doneness of the potatoes. Let's see. Smells good. Just want to get a piece of chicken. Let's go through several of them, make sure we're getting an accurate temperature. There we go. It is reading over 200 degrees, family. Let's check a potato. You know what? Potatoes are still a little bit hard. I mean, some of them, not all of them. Let's get that all stirred in. All right, I'm gonna put this back outside and let it cook a little bit longer. Those potatoes are not done. It has been 3 hours. Chicken is done, but the potatoes are not. Not all of them anyway. All right, let's go back outside. Okay, it took 4 hours, but I believe it's done. It was bubbling so beautiful out there. Let's check the potatoes. Oh yeah, much better. All right, let's give everything a good stir. Perfect. Let's put some potatoes and some chicken in a bowl. I know, 4 hours to cook dinner, that's excessive. I totally understand that. But when you have something in mind that you want to make and it takes an oven, I don't want to heat my house up just to turn the AC on to cool my house down. It's a beautiful, sunny, warm day, so it took 4 hours, but it didn't cost us anything. Let's taste the potatoes. That is so hot. Cooked perfect. And some chicken. That is delicious. Do you have a sun oven? Do you use your sun oven often? Occasionally? When you have time? If the sun oven is something you're interested in, there's all different brands out there. I have the All-American Sun Oven. When I bought mine, it might have been 3 years ago. Paid $3.99 for it. I think they're close to $500 now. Insane. And I do use it occasionally during the summer, but this summer I want to utilize it a whole lot more. Is this a recipe we'll make again? Yeah, I believe so. It was really good. Just stuff I had in the refrigerator, in the freezer, in the pantry. Threw it all together. Dinner in 4 hours. But it's really good. If you don't mind, give this video a thumbs up. While you're at it, please subscribe. I would love to have you part of the Grammy family. In the next couple weeks, I'm going to be doing a video. I've got something big coming up and I want to share it with y'all. Please subscribe so when that video comes out, you'll get a notification and you know that video is out. So until next time, y'all have a blessed day. Bye, family.